What is going on, guys? This is the 4th Gen Gamer here, and I'm bringing you guys a new countdown today, and we are going to be doing top 5 ways to play, something a little more different. And today I am joined by...
Just Play Pokemon. What is up, guys? How's it going?
So yeah, you guys see that we do not have Swami with us today because a little bit of a different countdown.
That's why.
I love Swami. Swami is awesome. But he's not much of a Let's Play person. He's more of the battles and the competitive end and all that jazz. So I figured that Just Play would be a nice, a good way to do this countdown because he does all the different types of challenges and variants of ways to play the game. And that's why we have Just Play here. And if you want to explain more what we're going to be doing today.
Yes, it is the top 5 ways to play the game. So that it's also known as variants of the game. A lot of people will know what we're talking about right away. And of course, the 4th Gen Gamer has this in his description as well. And the title of the video, you know, just a couple of variants as an example. But, you know, it can be anything. It can be a Wonderlocke, an Egglock, a Randomizer, Nuzlocke, an Everlock even. All sorts of ways to play the game. It's just a different style. Some are meant to be more challenging, and others are meant to be more of just a different take on a certain aspect of the game. So I like the way that this works out, and it's going to be interesting. Maybe it'll inspire you guys to play your games a different way. Now keep in mind, this is all opinionated, and that means that everything here is subjective. That means that the 4th Gen Gamer might like Everlocks. On the other hand, I might hate their stinking guts. And if you guys might like different variants of the game, or you think we forgot something, or you just want to put your own list, feel free to do that in the comments section. This is meant to bring people together and maybe think about playing a new sort of way to play the game. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get right into the countdown and go to number 5.
Alright, so in the number 5 spot, I have Versus. Now, some of you, I don't know if, like, you guys know what Versus is or not. I think it's pretty simple, but I do have one going on my channel. It's my first one on this channel, I believe, and it's with the Nestor27. It's a stadium. But pretty much the basic idea of a Versus is that you have 2 people, usually not more than 2, but usually you have 2 people playing through a game. Doesn't really matter. It could be a spin-off like I have Stadium, or it could be another game like Diamond or Black or X, really. It doesn't matter. But you just see who can beat the game first, who can do something first. Like Stadium, who can get beat the gym leader castle first, pretty much. That's what we're doing. Usually there's no speed up button, just to keep it fair. Like, my computer may run faster than Just Play's if we did, you know, a versus of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. But you just see who can beat it the fastest, and I think it's, you know, just a cool way to play the game with someone else and just see who can do better, who can beat you in the race to finish the game. And there is no speed up button usually, like I said, so that's not the reason I like it. I just think it's cool, it's competitive in nature, and it's just something a little different, and you can add on whatever you want. You can do a Wonderlocke versus, a Randomizer versus, whatever you want to do, and that's the cool part, the versatile part of a versus. But anyway, Just Play, what do you have?
My number 5 is simply the Let's Play. This is the basis of all channels that do Pokemon, in my opinion. It's just a simple playthrough of the game. There's nothing really super special about it. A lot of people refer to them as walkthroughs. The simple definition of a Let's Play to me is live commentary, and you play through the game fully. That doesn't mean you have to 100% it, but you play through the game fully. So if I do a Let's Play, let's just say my Let's Play of Pokemon Y, I went through every bit of dialogue in the game. I went through every little section, every little nook and cranny. I may have missed some secrets here or there, but overall, I gave you guys the full experience of the game from start to finish. No special rules, no fainting, you know, and people are dead then and all that stuff. Just, I'm going to play this game until I'm done. And I just like it because it's more relaxing, and it's a better way for me to get you guys some good content, especially when a new game comes out. Like when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire come out, I'm going to be doing an Alpha Sapphire Let's Play to go along with my Omega Ruby Wonderlocke. And part of the reason for that is, me personally, I want to take my time and enjoy going through the game on one cartridge, and then on the other cartridge, I want to be able to go through and have a challenge and something that everybody's looking for from me. So it's just a difference in philosophy of playing the game. Let's Plays are the basis of every channel, and if you don't have a Let's Play on your channel, it's kind of tough to imagine even somebody that is a PokeTuber not doing that.
Swami?
He doesn't count because he did a Let's Play with me.
That is true.
And he's shunned anyway. We don't need to be talking about him because he didn't come into this because nobody likes him.
True that, true that. So
I'm kidding.
That,
Swami, I love you, man.
Swami's awesome. King Swami. King Swami.
King.
Yes, so let's go on to number 4.
All right, so for my number 4, I have Nuzlocke. And if you guys don't know what a Nuzlocke is, it is basically this. These are the rules. Number 1, every Pokemon that is the first Pokemon that you see on a route, you have the opportunity to catch and add to your party. This is the only time that you can catch a new Pokemon and add it to your party in this route. If you faint the Pokemon, if it explodes, if you run out of Pokeballs, if you fart and your DS shuts off, whatever the case may be, you are screwed and you cannot get a new Pokemon on that route. So whatever the first Pokemon you see on that route is, got to give it a shot at catching it. And if you catch it, you can add it to your party. If you do succeed with the capture, then a lot of people, I'd say 95%, the unwritten rule, but it's a rule, is to nickname your Pokemon. You must nickname it something. Doesn't matter what, but for stronger emotional bonds, you must nickname your Pokemon. So, that being said, once you got your Pokemon caught, nicknamed, added to the party, you better not let it faint, because if you do, it is done. The lock format states that if you get knocked out, if you get poisoned, if you get burned, whatever the case may be, and your Pokemon gets down to 0 HP and faints, if a Graveler explodes on it and faints it, if, again, you fart and your DS shuts off, whatever the case may be, then you're screwed. Your Pokemon needs to go to the death box in your PC, and if you only had one Pokemon to begin with, then you have lost the lock challenge. So, all that being said, those are the basics of the Nuzlocke. There are other variants and other things, but the Nuzlocke is kind of the foundation for getting a little funky with the game and giving yourself a little extra challenge, because you aren't limited to 6 Pokemon overall that can faint. You know, there's 6 Pokemon in a party.
Unless you're doing a Hex Lock.
Right, unless you're doing a Hex Lock. But see, that's another variant that we can discuss. But yeah, if you have one Pokemon faint, you know, in your party of 6, and you have 5 Pokemon left, then you can get a Pokemon that you have on your bench and bring it in. So that's the basics without getting too confusing. Nickname your Pokemon. You can only catch the first Pokemon on a route, and if it faints, it's dead and must go to the death box.
Not bad. So, it seems like, you know, on YouTube, if you're not doing some type of Nuzlocke, if you haven't done some type of Nuzlocke, you know, you gotta be the cool kid on the block, and you gotta do something along those lines. So you have Just Play Pokemon who said, alright, you know, Nuzlocke's cool. Nuzlocke, you know, that's the basis of everything. How about if I take that first encounter on each route, and I Wonder Trade it? What do you get?
Wonderlocke.
Yes, I have Wonderlocke at number 4. Personally, I have not tried a Wonderlocke yet. I don't want to try one until I get like a capture card. I want it to be a new experience, you know, whatever. But I think it's really cool.
All the cool kids are doing it. Peer pressure.
I know. One day it's the Nuzlocke, and then 2 days later it's a Wonderlocke. Jeez. But seriously though, it's I haven't done it, so I can't say I've tried it, but I just think it's really cool in nature. If I get a capture card and I do a whole entire Wonderlocke, and you ask me my top 5 ways to play, it's probably going to change because I've actually tried it, but I can't say that I love it. But I think that it's a really cool idea, and I want to try one really badly. I just never have time to just say, oh, I'm going to play the whole entire Pokemon X game again just for the hell of it. I don't know. Don't have the time for that. But it seems like a really cool idea. You know, obviously has that Nuzlocke foundation, and then you Wonder Trade each encounter that you get. But really cool variant. And on that, I guess we'll go on to number 3.
Okay, guys, for number 3, I have the Randomizer Nuzlocke format. And you might think that's pretty funny because I haven't seen one from you before on your channel. Wrong. One of my first series was a Randomizer Nuzlocke of Pokemon Fire Red. How in the world do you randomize a game, you might ask? Well, you have to download a program that will do it for you, and you can pick from different options and everything like that. You have to make sure the game is compatible with certain generations. For example, there aren't any ROMs of X and Y out there that are worth a damn anyway, and you can't randomize that. But basically, you can choose to randomize everything from the gym leaders to the trainers to the Pokemon that you see. In the format that I prefer it and that I thought of it for this countdown, it was the Pokemon being randomized, because it just completely takes what you know and what you expect from a specific Pokemon game and turns it on its head. It goes, oh, you thought you were getting Rattatas and Pidgeys in Route 2 here on the Pokemon Blue and Red version. How about I throw a Mewtwo in there for the Rattata and a freaking Yveltal in there for the Pidgey? You know, like it's totally
Wow,
playing
red
the
and
lottery.
blue?
I'm just saying, you know, it's totally playing the lottery, you know, and it was amazing. When I played through, you know, Pokemon Fire Red, I'm still going through the end of it, but it's the same concept as Josh was talking about with the Wonderlocke,
It's the
where
grandfather.
it's the grandfather. Galactic Elliot, our good buddy, really had his channel explode off of being one of the first people to do a randomizer Nuzlocke, and it's just like trying to hit the Pokemon lottery. Like, you never know what you're gonna get, so your viewers are engaged and they love doing that, and then you too are engaged and excited because you could get a Weedle or you could get a Mewtwo. You never know, and you control all of that in the settings. So it's an interesting format. I love the unpredictability of it, and I love that people love the unpredictability of it. That's why I like it.
Not bad. I have the randomizer monotype. Yeah, a little different. Pretty much a randomizer monotype. It's actually like one of the few things on this list that's not, it doesn't end in like the little lock at the end, because it's actually not a Nuzlocke. Every Pokemon they see is random, same concept, except instead of only the first encounter or whatever, you can only use a certain type. So let's say I'm doing a water monotype. I can only, you know, use water types I encounter. If I find a Whalmer, I can use a Whalmer, a Magikarp, a Piplup, depending on what game you're on. You can find a fucking Wailord. It doesn't matter. You know, you can use anything that you want, and it's really cool. It's just different. I did one, or I'm doing one on the Pokemon Fab 5 that's going to end really soon.
And it's not just to jump in there real quick, just so people are clear, it's not the first Pokemon that you find on each route, so you won't
Yes.
struggle through the game with only 2 water types total having been seen or something like that. Josh can go through and just search the route until he finds a water type.
Yeah, and
For example.
it can be a little challenging at times, because if you're doing a water monotype team and you don't have a good Pokemon for the electric type gym, maybe you don't have a Lantern or something that's good against electric types, then you may be fucked. So it can be really fun at times. It can be a little challenging at times depending on which Pokemon that you get, but I think it's really cool. It can be a little challenging at times. You know, I think it's pretty engaging, and you know, it's something different. It's probably like, I would say, the most popular variant that's not, it doesn't end in a lock, you know, really. I think that people like it, and I enjoy playing them. So, yeah, randomizer monotype, pretty cool. So on that note, let's go on to number 2.
All right, guys, we're getting close to number 1. Number 2, I guess, the Egg Lock Challenge. Now, this is the one that, if you know any other variant of a lock besides a Nuzlocke, you've probably heard of the Egg Lock Challenge. Everybody loves a good egg lock. I don't know many people that go, man, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Because everybody's involved in an egg lock. That's what I love so much about it, is once you get a decent amount of subscribers on YouTube, you have the opportunity to do this and really make it tear stuff up. It's so much fun to me to look in my PC box and have 10 boxes full of Pokemon that people submitted to me for an egg lock. So basically what it is in most cases, you do not breed the egg yourself. You make it through a program like PokeGen or Zero's Pokemon Maker, and then you send it via email to the person that will be doing the egg lock. The person that will be doing the egg lock takes all the emails, puts all the work in, and puts all of the Pokemon in the game, or the eggs in the game. So once that happens, it goes by the normal Nuzlocke rules, except for when you catch a first Pokemon on a route, you swap it out for an egg, and then you hatch that egg and level it up to whatever level the Pokemon that you caught was. So if you catch a level 90 Ho-Oh and you go out there and you hatch an egg and it's a Mewtwo, then you can level that Mewtwo up to level 90. Put it in your party.
But if your favorite YouTuber is doing an egg lock, do not send them Mewtwo, because they'll be pissed at you. Or they won't be
Right.
happy.
A lot of times when this first started, people would just get these super teams, nothing but, you know, crazy good Pokemon. And I'm not a fan of that, and a lot of other people aren't either. They want to see different Pokemon in the locks, along with a few choice favorites, of course. I will freak out whenever somebody sends me a Bulbasaur, no matter what. It's just the rules. But the best part about the egg lock, again, for me, just doing them, is the interaction with all of my subscribers. I love the fact that people would actually send in eggs to me and let me, you know, put on a nice Let's Play a Nuzlocke format egg lock for them.
All day. Are you good?
I am fantastic.
Awesome. Well, for number 2, I have the Randomizer Nuzlocke. We just talked about that, and, it's a really cool concept. Obviously, he was saying Galactic Elliot, started off his channel, or really blew up with that, and it's just a really cool concept. Like, the Randomizer mod type, just same thing, like Just Play said, except, you just gotta, it's Nuzlocke rules, except everything is random. It really just throws, like, a curveball on everything. It just throws a spin on it, and it's just really cool, because, you never know what's gonna happen. You could be just down in the dumps, your team just sucks, and all of a sudden, your first encounter, it's just something crazy. I don't know, something really good.
I caught a Mewtwo.
It could be a Mewtwo, it could be a Tyranitar, and you're like, holy shit, alright, Nuzlocke saved. But really though, also my first Nuzlocke that I won was a Randomizer Nuzlocke. It was the Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke that was on my channel, and that was fucking amazing. And it was really because of the Randomizer, and it was just really cool, and it makes you use Pokemon that you wouldn't normally use. It's kind of the same with the Nuzlocke, but Randomizer Nuzlocke, you really use Pokemon that you wouldn't normally use. Like, Cloyster, I would never fucking use a Cloyster. Why did I say Cloyster? I don't know. It makes you use Pokemon that you've never used before, and it throws a twist and everything. It's a lot of fun, and I always love doing Randomizer Nuzlocke. That was actually my first Pokemon series I did, even on my old channel. But, have some good memories. And, yeah, let's go on to number 1. Do we have a little drum roll going on?
I love a good drum roll, and it leads into number 1, which is no surprise if you've ever watched my channel. I love Wonderlocks. Yeah, it's not an Everlock.
What?
It is a Wonderlock.
Damn.
I love Wonderlocks so much. They are, at some points, the bane of your existence. At other points, they make you the happiest playing Pokemon that you've ever been. There are a lot of things that I like about Wonderlocks. First and foremost of which is, that's kind of what I'm known for. I'm not going to sit here and say I was the first person to ever think of the idea, but I will say that I was the first person to really, really push the idea and just hammer people with Wonderlock content and suggest it and recommend it and do all that stuff. A few people did them, and, the one Integral comes to mind, so I want to give credit where it's due. I'm not trying to say that I'm the godfather of Wonderlocks or anything like that, but I am known for them, and that's what I hang my hat on. I love playing the Wonderlock format. If they ever take Wonder Trades out of the game, I may boycott it. I love it that much. The reasons that I love the Wonderlock format, again, I became known for that, so a lot of people are really, really into this series and excited about it. And from the PokeTube side, you want nothing more than for somebody to really go, man, I love your Wonderlock series. Can you just upload like 10 episodes of that a day? And you're like, yes, I will. I love that you love it. And that's, what you go for on YouTube. But as far as the format and playing it, I love that you are absolutely at the mercy of the Wonder Trade system, and it's a quick, simple way to do the same thing that you would do in an egg lock. The only difference is the people don't know you. They don't give a crap if they send you a level 2, Magikarp, or maybe you'll get a level 2, 20 Gyarados, Mewtwo, whatever. You can get something completely awesome or something completely crap, and you are forced to make a team out of that. That's what I love most about the Wonderlock is you're completely at the mercy of the system. And as Josh said with the Randomizer Nuzlocke format, same thing again. You're trying to hit the Pokemon lottery. You never know what you're going to get, so people are very into watching your Wonder Trade portion of the Wonderlock, and you're forced to use Pokemon that you may have never used before. Case in point, on the Pokemon Fab 5 channel, I had a little bit of beef with this certain Pokemon that looks like a sword called Honedge. And then I ended up having to use it. And then I was like, dude, I think I like Honedge. This is awesome. Like, it can totally change your perception of Pokemon. It makes you better at playing the game, and you learn to appreciate different kinds of Pokemon in your series. So I loved it. I would do nothing but Wonderlocks if I could guarantee that people would watch, 10 different playthroughs of it. At this point, I think I have done 4 of them, maybe 5. I've done 2 dual Wonderlocks. I've done a Wonderlock on my own, and I've done another Wonderlock on my own. So, yeah, it has been a fantastic addition to the channel, a fantastic addition to Pokemon, and you can bet that when November 21st hits, the very first thing I'm going to be doing is going on that Pokemon Omega Ruby Wonderlock. I can't wait. It's amazing, and the Wonderlocks are my favorite series. for that reason and all the other ones I mentioned.
Nice. Well, you were just talking about the egg lock before. I love egg locks. Did I ever tell you that? I love, 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 love egg locks. Egg locks
Love?
are amazing. Egg locks, I have like affection for egg locks, man. Egg locks are really, really cool. You guys send me in eggs, and I think that's such a cool connection. Like, you guys are literally part of the Let's Play, not just like in the part that you guys watch the video and you comment. That's amazing. But like, you guys actually, I'm using Pokemon that you guys actually sent me, and I think that that is really, really cool. And it's same element as a Wonderlocke. It makes you use Pokemon that, you know, you normally wouldn't use. Same as a Randomizer, Monotype, Nuzlocke, whatever. I like, you know, trying out new things with Pokemon, and, you know, an Egglocke does just that. I'm doing an Egg Scramble, which is very similar to an Egglocke, and I'm using a Finneon, and I will never use a Finneon, but whether it's Egg moves, Signal Beam, Aurora Beam, Brine, and I forget the last move, but it's, like, awesome, and it's just so cool, like, that you get to, you know, just use Pokemon that you guys send in, and it's just really cool. Like, you know, you said just play, like, you just look at your boxes, and I have like 4 or 5 boxes of eggs that you guys sent in, and then I have to try to beat a game with them, and that interaction is just so cool. I love it. I think it's awesome. If I could just do egg locks, I would do that. I remember waiting with like 200 subscribers, like, when I get enough subscribers, I am doing an egg lock. I'm doing an egg lock. I'm doing an egg lock. And I did Emerald Egg Lock, and that's probably the best series that I have on my channel, and you guys loved it. And then I did Blaze Black Egg Lock, and I sucked at it, but you guys still loved it. And now I'm doing an Egg Scramble with Elliot, and that's live, and it's a co-op, and I'm just loving it. And, you know, Egg Scramble's a little bit different. It's like an Egg Lock without the lock. But I do actually like the lock on Egg Lock. That's like one of the few locks that I actually like because of that. Fuck the Hex Lock. Fuck the Everlock. Sorry, Blade. Sorry, British Time, or whoever made up the Everlock. But you guys were trying to kill me. And I don't know. But the Egg Lock is really cool, and you end up with some really cool Pokemon. And, you know, if you guys get to choose my party. If you want to send in a Larvitar, send a Larvitar. If you want to send in a Magikarp, I don't give a shit. I'm going to level it up to a fucking Gyarados at level 20. You know, it's awesome. And I think that's just awesome. The user interaction, and just, it's amazing, you know? And it's just a lot of fun, you know? But anyway, guys, I want to thank you for coming on, JPP. And, yeah, make sure to leave a like on the video, you know, if you did enjoy it. Leave your own top 5 ways to play the Pokemon games, whether you like solo runs or you do like the Everlocks. If you really like the challenging way, maybe you like the Nuzlocke that has, like, 15 different clauses of, like, you can only use Pokeballs, you can only heal up 5 times in the whole entire game and shoot yourself, you know. You can do that, but, you know, whatever you want. Anything else you want to throw in, JPP?
You're welcome. It's always great to be on the Pokemon top 5s here. You want to go ahead, and if you need any sort of graphics, thumbnails, avatars, weird pictures on the internet, if you need Barack Obama's head photoshopped onto an Obama snow, whatever it is, the 4th Gen Gamer is your one-stop shop for amazing graphics. He does the majority of my stuff, and the other, you know, 10% is usually me hacking away, trying to do some BS that's not as good as his. He does a great job, so you got to check him out. Definitely plug in this man right here. Pause if necessary. And the other thing I wanted to say too was we missed a lot of different formats, and there are even some that people just make up every day. You know, the Hexlock is one of them. You know, Blade did a really good challenge with that, and there's new stuff coming out every day. People suggest stuff to me all the time on Twitter. You know, hey, you should do a lock in this format, just because I started doing locks. So I think that the creativity is one of the key things there. Don't be afraid to try something new. And if you enjoyed our countdown, then maybe we'll do an edition in a few months when there's more lock formats.
Yes, definitely. And if you make up something, please come to one of us or the Fab Five, and you know, pitch the idea to us, and maybe we'll do a Let's Play of it, maybe on the Fab Five or on our own channels, and that'll be awesome, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I guess that's about it. Until next time, guys. Thank you for watching. This is the 4th Gen Gamer ends.
Just play Pokemon.
Until next time, guys. We're out. Peace.